Hey guys, so my name's Mariah. I'm gonna be just sharing my cultural project today. Correction, I'm gonna be displaying my cultural sharing assignment today. There we go. A little bit about myself. Again, my name is Mariah, and as you can see, it's not spelled the traditional way. I myself was named after my great grandmother on my mom's side in combination with my mom's name. So again, my mom's name in combination with my mother's name, my great grandmother. With that being said, while my name is pronounced again Mariah, just like the singer Mariah Carey, I cannot sing. Please do not ever ask me to. It will be torture. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get down to the meaning behind my name. Again, it's spelled Mariya, as you can see on the screen. My great grandmother's name was Martha, meaning in the New Testament, this is the name of the sister of Lazarus and Mary of Bethany, who is at the time related to Mary. I cannot pronounce that last name for the life of me. Mary Magdalene. There we go. She was an observer to Jesus, reestablishing her dead sibling to life. Hence, again, the MA portion of my name. And my mom's name, which is Dakiya, Dakiya, again, pronounced Dakiya, originating from the Hindi meaning post or a soldier manned the post entrance of. While that has the meaning of a post soldier at the entryway, my grandmother also had a very special meaning for my mom's name as well. Hence again the IYIA portion of my name. As you can see, I have an additional I in between that Y and the A of my name. All because my mom just knew I was going to be a little extra in life. Excuse me. Getting down to my name and the actual meaning behind it, besides where I traditionally got it from, according to the Muslim, specifically the Islamic belief and definition, my name means purity and or expert. So with it having those two meanings or definitions behind it, it all depends on how you would choose to spell my name in the Islamic way. Meaning, if you were to spell it the Mariya, then you would have the meaning of purity. As if you were to spell it Mahirah, it would have the meaning of expert. So again, same boat, different sides. We're now going to be switching over to a couple of places that's pretty much just unique to as far as my origin. One spot is going to be the Table Mountain and the other is going to be the Taj Mahal. The Table Mountain is a actual portion of 3 mountains that's collectively sitting in the side of South Africa. Then we're going to have in the top right corner of the screen the Taj Mahal area. That's going to be very important towards the Delhi, India side of my origin. We're going to go ahead and jump into the very next slide. So, as you can see, there are a lot of unique things about the custom of my culture between the Jazz Age, Harlem Renaissance, and just overall my family and where we're from. As far as my family, we're going to touch a little bit on the slavery part, which goes back after my great-grandmother's and great-grandfather's portion of the family. During the period of slavery, African Americans discovered strength and solidarity through shared love. Many depended on their confidence to give them the motivation they expected to push ahead and help them remember the intensity of graciousness and pardoning. Here we go. Even despite the best unfairness, African American culture, which is for me, pretty much included the things such as music, nourishment, and dialect of dark networks and people groups. goes back to the mid 1600s when Africans were first conveyed to America as slaves. So, again, touching back to that reunion dance and music portion, you can say that's something that's very big in a lot of especially African American cultures. For me, I'm very big on family, and when you mix in dance and music, you can't go wrong. It's pretty hard to, especially if you got food. So now we're just going to be moving on to the very next slide. And this is going to be a portion of where I, again, explain my family's origin. So after, again, my great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers' contributions towards us on down to me and those that came after me, majority of my family were, again, from Delhi, India, and South Africa. With that being said, it's kind of hard to pinpoint for the most part exactly from which areas and everything. I was able to narrow it down pretty much towards these regions just to get a good idea. So you're going to see Delhi, India is going to be located where the big pretty red dot is, towards the middle top portion of the India map. And South Africa portion is pretty much going to be on that other side of the bridge. In regards to that, while again I was born in the United States, my past 4 generations were mainly again from Delhi, India, and South Africa. Now we're going to move on towards the next slide. As you can see again, I said my family is a very big, important part of who I am, as well as my friends. While I feel as though there's nearly not enough words to explain my love for my family and friends, we all still find a way each to show each other just how much we love each other. My favorite thing to do is to take pictures. As you can see, I had a hard time choosing pretty much what pictures to include in the post. I believe we were only supposed to do 2. As you can see, there's definitely more than 2. As you go through the pictures, you have everything from my grandmother to my great-grandmother to my siblings, nieces and nephews, mom, dad, boyfriend. There's just a lot of love and a lot of different memories behind these pictures. With all of these pictures of family and friends, the one thing that it's shown me, besides me just getting really old, I feel like, is just how good you can capture moments at a time. I mean, almost every picture, I can pretty much tell you when it was from, where it was from, and please, don't judge my cheerleading picture. I was only 8. But again, this is generally my family and friends portion of my project. Like I said, very, very important to me. I honestly wish I had more room just to, throw in a lot more pictures. I think this was about maybe 50 something or so. We're now going to be moving on to the very next portion, which is actually the last portion. Again, I actually have come to find that I have a few unique traits about myself. Besides my determination and drive, I strongly am proud of my sense of loyalty and being able to juggle so much. Now, realizing a lot of people are able to juggle so much more than I am was mind-blowing. Between being parents, school, work, and having the drive to keep it all up and not just saying, yikes, was pretty amaze-balling to me. So, with that being said, I'm going to continue. Again, with such a big family, I constantly make it my mission to pretty much stay in contact with everyone and check on them as much as possible. As you can see in those about 50-something odd pictures, I have a lot of family, and that's not even remotely just 1/20th of the amount of family that I have. It's a lot of us. With that being said, I'm often the one who pretty much checks on everyone and goes and make sure everybody is just pretty much okay. Asking if anyone needs help and trying to be there to support every event, from cheerleading events, school debates, Hell, even recitals and stuff. Those are really boring at times too. I'm sorry. But I mean, again, being able to juggle everything and staying on top of both jobs, school, and maintaining my household while trying to reach my other goals, it can be a bit much juggling my responsibilities and helping others. But again, I amaze myself every day at just not really giving up and forgetting too much. Now, nevertheless, somehow I always choose to manage to get things done, and a lot of times I get applauded for it. I'm called crazy. I'm asked, how do I get it all done? Time management is definitely a thing. Besides time management being definitely a thing, I try to set my priorities and put things into perspective. Um, Again, hats off to anyone and everyone who has just about as much, less, or even more than I do. This very last slide that I'm going to be getting into are a couple different links that you all can visit. And that's pretty much everything from getting down to looking closer at the maps, seeing the truth behind your different names and where I found the truth behind my name, as well as different facts and things about my heritage that I was also able to find online besides talking to my family. Thank you guys for reviewing my project and have a good one. Hey guys, I accidentally pressed the button again. Sorry.